Alright, so now it is time to talk about finding the solution to an equation, okay? While we are talking about the solution to an equation, there are few key principles you need to keep in mind. I call this principle as a Bluetooth principle. B stands for blue or B stands for balanced, where I'm stating that keep your equation balanced all the time. And T stands for transpose, meaning try to transpose your variable and constants across the equal sign so that you can separate them from each other, right? So these two principles, they will make more sense once you have gone through some solution steps, okay? So my first equation is 3 times y minus 5 is equal to 21, okay? Equation 1, this is what we need to solve. Well, we know that when we say there is an equation, that means the left hand side is in balance with the right hand side, and we do not want to disturb that balance under any conditions, okay? So whatever we perform as a mathematical operation on one side of the equation, we have to carry out exact same operation on the other side, okay? So the first thing I want to do is separate my variable, which is y, from all of the other constants. And the first thing I'll do is I'll divide both sides with 3, because that way I will get rid of this 3 on the left hand side, okay? And when I do this, on the right hand side, 21 gets divided with 3 and it gives me 7. Okay, that means I can rewrite my new equation to be y minus 5 equal 7, right? Now, keep in mind that we have maintained our balance because we divided one side with 3, we divided the other side of the equation with 3 as well, right? And next, I still see that there is a 5 on the left hand side. I want to get rid of that. So I will add a 5 on both sides. So when we do this, I get another form or another variant of this initial equation, and it gives me y is equal to 7 plus 5 is equal to 12, because this 5 will simply cancel out with the negative 5, right? And this is your unique solution to the equation number 1, right? And that is what we meant when we said that maintain your balance, separate your variables, right? Well, as simple as it is, this is how you solve an equation, okay? So let's take one more example to understand these methods a little better. So we have a new equation to be 3x squared divided by 4 plus 15 is equal to 90. So once again, we have an equation where we find a mix of numbers and variables. And we want to find the solution so that we can find that for what unique value of x this equation holds true, right? So as usual, the first thing I'll do is I'll get rid of this constant, that is 15 here on the left hand side. Okay, so I will subtract 15 from left. Since I have to keep equation balanced, I have to subtract the same number from the right hand side. On the left, these two will cancel, and this gives me my new equation to be 3x squared on the left hand side divided by 4. There is no more 15 here, correct? And then there is an equal sign, and 90 minus 15 is equal to 75. Okay, now you see that we still have this 3 divided by 4 on the left hand side, correct? That means if I multiply the left hand side with 4 over 3, I can easily get rid of 3 over 4, because now 3 will cancel out and 4 will cancel out and so on. But to keep the equation balanced all the time, I have to perform the same mathematical operation on the right hand side, correct? So when I do this, it gives me some cancellations. And when you solve this mathematics on the right hand side, it gives you that this is 75 times 4 is 300 divided by 3, and that is equal to 100. Or you can say that x squared is equal to 100. So now you have to take a square root on both sides, performing another operation, keeping balanced, and this gives you a solution of x is equal to 10. And this is your unique solution of this equation that we discussed about here. Okay, so the key principle you always need to keep in mind is that whenever we are talking about the solution of equations, we always need to keep in mind about keep your equations balanced. Whatever mathematical operations you're performing on one side of the equation, it has to be done exact same operation on the other side of the equation. And transpose means transpose the constants and or variables to separate from each other, and that's exactly what we did here. We basically said that by adding or subtracting on one side, we are trying to transpose this number 15 from left to right. By multiplying the 4 by 3 on the left hand side, we are basically transposing this number 3 over 4. that was part of this equation on the right hand side. So these were our key steps, and I think with this you can practice more of how to find the solution of equations using our quiz and exam modules.